It's Friday Eve, baby.
Woo!
Woo!
That's right.
Overtime, OT, baby. Okay, so we're on the live chat.
Cake.
By the ocean.
Okay, hold on a second.
Cake.
David, the sudden outburst.
On the live chat. We want to thank people for tuning in there and all their comments. Keep them coming. I'm going to get you into the conversation. And Facebook Live, our handle is Outnumbered FNC, and every day we've been getting more and more. So we'll get them into the conversation too. Now.
Yes.
Let them eat cake. Would you
love this story.
Would you like to talk about
Why
the
don't you
story
explain
with the
it?
Donald Trump cake?
Yeah, well, somebody wanted a cake with Donald Trump on it, and the guy said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to make you a cake.
Can I tell you why I was surprised by this? It's because it was in Louisiana at Albertsons.
Right.
And
Kind of a conservative
And I lived in Louisiana for 3 years in law school. I was kind of surprised at Albertsons.
And the excuse was they're worried it was going to be copyright infringement and that Trump was going to sue.
Trump
Really
I'm
believe that?
pretty sure Trump's got some better things to do right now than sue a teenager for a
How could
birthday
it be
cake.
copyright
It's
infringement?
not. That's why it's so ridiculous.
I thought it was interesting. There are all the factoids about it. So it was a woman's 18th birthday. I was going to say a girl, but she was turning 18.
Good for you.
At an Albertsons grocery store, going in to get a cake, which, I mean, like, this is one of those things you do. We always get them from Publix, but you go in, you get whatever painted on the top.
Right, yeah.
They do a great job. They do whatever. And they said no. I mean, can you imagine?
So let's
like a
really talk about
D'Agostino's
the
or something.
legalities of this, because when you go in, I know because my girls love like Barbie and Frozen and whatnot, and so we will do, but those grocery store chains are licensed to use those, and they have the little symbol down. When you get the Barbie on the cake, it's got, so I mean, not just to be, devil's advocate here, but legitimately there might have been some legal concerns with using somebody's image that you know that it's not okay if you do that legally.
Go to the lawyer. Go to the lawyer.
Here's the thing. To get something copywritten like that, it would take specificity. So,
but they've done that with other things.
Right, with Barbie,
Like
that makes sense.
Thomas
or a movie.
the Truck or whatever.
Right,
Thomas
that
the
makes
Train.
sense, though, Harris, because those are specific commercial identities.
So is
and
he.
products.
We have The Apprentice. He was, I think it's, I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I think if it was the show,
when
then
you're a political figure, you become a public figure in a different sense than the way Trump used to always trademark his name. I mean, now he's sort of, hasn't he kind of given up some of those rights?
Of course he has. You know what? I saw someone's book yesterday that had a picture of Trump on the cover, and I'm like, oh, you must have paid a pretty penny, right? He said I didn't have to pay a dime.
Wow.
Because, to your point, David, he's a public figure.
I think, to me, it is what I now call, and don't steal this, Trump shaming. Trump shaming.
No, you used it. You used it this week. I didn't steal it.
Okay, all right. Thank you. I guess I was warning them.
I talked about it on Twitter, and I even quoted you.
There you go. Okay,
I have
love
a Trump
it.
trademark, too. It's called Trump-splaining.
Trump-splaining. Yeah, very similar. Trump shaming. It's this idea that you cannot raise your hand and say that you are in favor of Trump, that you are going to vote for Trump, that you are instantly shunned by society. And there are people who love that. I mean, I've seen down in Florida people come out and they put on their baseball cap and they look around and they wait for someone to come and give them crap for that. And they are, I mean, they never have to wait long.
You know, the best way to deal with that is if you are a Trump supporter, you have something very neutral, and you're afraid of this. Most Trump supporters don't care.
Yeah.
But if you live in the Upper West Side or whatever, you have something very neutral like Hillary Foundation, which people could say, oh, that's interesting. But if you're a Trump supporter, you might say, yeah, he gets it. That person's knows what the Hillary Foundation is up to.
So just back to the cake for a second, because what Melissa's saying is so true. I think it's one of the reasons why we really don't know how people are going to vote. I don't care what they're saying.
I agree with that.
There could be
whether it's going to be for him or against him. I think that people, it's such a politically toxic environment right now to have those kinds of conversations. I mean, we know religion, politics on a date, you shouldn't talk about it, but it goes beyond that. Family members are avoiding the topics right now. People in their own families.
That's right.
And voting is private.
It's so funny you say that. I just got an email today from a guy I'm going to have dinner with next week, and he and his wife have very different views on who should be elected president. He said, we made a dinner date. He said, please, no politics. I just don't, I just can't go into that at dinner again.
We just had Labor Day holiday, and I was visiting some very nice friends of mine out east, and I literally called them. I said, look, I'm coming out there. I want to have 2 days of fun with you guys. I'm looking forward to this every year. I cannot talk about this election with you all because of the different politics. It felt, it literally gave me anxiety. That's how stressful it feels at this point.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. And, you know, I try to avoid it with groups because people think they know how I feel about things and they come after me. You know, I feel like when we're having dinner or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I talk about this all day long.
It's our job.
Do we need to do this now? I mean, you're going to come in and kind of attack.
Now there's an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
So as an African-American woman, do you get this? People think that they know how you're going to vote?
Oh, of course. Of course, Harris. They know what party I'm in. They know how I'm going to vote.
It's interesting.
They know who I support. It's like, actually, no.
My wife,
it's none of their business.
My wife gets that.
Vote how you vote in the booth.
That's why we have
secrecy. And we can dissect and analyze and do whatever.
Hispanics get that, too, though. My wife is from Nicaragua. She gets it all the time. People wink at her and say, oh, you're for Hillary. And not necessarily.
Actually,
not necessarily.
I'm waiting for the day that Eboni breaks out and says, you don't know how I vote. I'm running.
Oh, Harris, come on now. You about gave me a heart attack.
Oh, no.
I love it.
By the way, happy birthday.
Worried. What did you think
happy
birthday.
Yes,
you would have my vote.
I would have been nervous.
Thank you.
You would have my vote.
Oh,
but Harris, you never, I mean, you know, I got to be prepared for anything. I won't have a Johnson moment. Oh, my goodness.
So,
you never will.
Poor Gary.
Poor Gary Johnson.
Poor Gary Johnson.
Yeah.
Bless his heart,
Katherine, you know, you said something during the show, and I thought about it. And libertarian. I mean, you're already outside kind of the box, you know, that proverbial box, and you're willing to think outside these two parties and to get excited to the point of, at one point this summer, we even saw his numbers going up, Gary Johnson, in some polling in battleground states north of 12, 13, 14%. Some talk that would he get into a national debate, but enough support that he was legitimized by people really liking him. He's been raising money. What happens to Gary Johnson now that he does not know what Aleppo, Syria is?
This is really bad because, as you were saying, it's just not a matter of, I don't know this one city. It's, have you read anything about Syria? As what it sounds like. There's no way to know what happened. But as a libertarian, I know what Aleppo is, and I don't want people thinking that because I'm a libertarian that I don't know what Aleppo is. I think a lot of us feel lost by it. It's obviously disappointing. I mean, it's just kind of.
Were you going to vote for him?
When I was watching it, I thought it was satire.
But I mean,
are you talked about how it's private, David?
I know it's private, but the point is, you say you're a libertarian. Some people say they're a Republican. Okay, that's the point. If you're a libertarian, you're behind the libertarian candidate, but you're small L libertarian.
Wait. I don't think that's true.
If you're a big L libertarian, you're not for Gary?
I don't think that's necessarily true because you're assuming that, and this is why I refuse to belong to a party. Really, in my heart of hearts, I'm a little I independent because I'm going to decide little I independent because I'm not part of the. Because if you're
by definition,
you're part of the independent party.
There's no
for me,
independent party.
I'm not willing. Yes, I am not willing to say that I'm part of a party. It makes me feel like, okay, I'm blindly going with how they feel about all this. I decide every single issue individually based on that issue, and I refuse to be part of any type of a herd.
Me too, Melissa, because it also takes away our political leverage. When you blindly align yourself with a party before you've even heard their agenda, what are you saying?
I don't know.
But that's one thing this election has been. That's one good thing about all the dissension within parties during this election is that finally people are kind of people are moving to the independent side more than they ever have been before.
All right. So Melissa just said something about, you know, kind of the laziness that happens among the electorate when they don't dig deeper. I put it squarely on the shoulders of some of us as journalists. I do. I think that when we ask questions that really go to whatever the heat of the moment is rather than really getting to the issues, we're guilty of it too. We are. And it's hard. I mean, I'm just being honest. And I catch, you know, I'll be watching something and I catch myself watching more and more C-SPAN. And I know you guys tease me about that. But that's part of the reason why I do. Because I'm just watching it raw.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to watch it as it comes in.
Sometimes really confusing camera work.
Well, it's all
right. It's like, why are they showing the
or lack of camera work?
But ratings are important, and we want ratings, and we don't want to get bogged down in so many details that people turn us off.
Worried about ratings, which maybe
no, they're not.
They're not. So, David, I guess my big thing now is how do you break in the middle? Like, what's the happy medium? And I hope it is when you get a moment with a candidate, as we were talking about during the TV version of us, as Matt Lauer did. And if the forum is that, if the forum is a news conference, if it is a debate, whatever it is, that you ask questions that really reflect what the issues are of our time. I know it's hard sometimes, but I do think it's really important.
It's up to us to know all the details.
And that should rate, by the way.
It should rate, but that's, I mean, frankly, we have to do a lot more work than the people out there watching because we got to know the details it's just so that we can bring them into the conversation in ways that we won't lose the audience at the same time. It's a difficult challenge, but we got to do it.
I'm seeing something on the live chat. Rocco says, hey, Melissa, Harris does watch your other show. How do they know I'm watching it? Oh, because I tweet about it.
Oh, you're so sweet. And because you've been on with us, too.
It's true. It's true. By the way, if I'm liking what you're saying, it is not because I'm coming to your house and want to bake cookies with you, although I might. It's because I want to get your comments in here, so thank you. Senator Bulworth, I don't think he's a real senator. We've been talking about the Starbucks thing. So we'll see how it goes. Fun to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies.
TV marriage. You put me in the middle.
We'll be back at 4.
All right.
You'll miss Neil, but you'll catch us.
I won't be in the middle. Bye.
That was fun.